Welcome to StartupHakk. Today we're going to talk about smart contracts. We're going to talk about some of the use cases, what smart contracts are, and what they can do for you. And then to talk about 12 specific use cases that we know of currently for smart contracts, but we'll be interested to see what other smart contract uses you know of out there. So let's go ahead and dig in and get started. Welcome to StartupHakk. My name is Spencer Thomason. I am the CEO and co-founder of CleanRouter, as well as many other products. Here are some lessons that I've learned building a successful business while challenging startup norms. My challenge is to push you to rethink startup success. Welcome to StartupHakk. All right, so let's dig into smart contracts and talk about these a little bit today here. So smart contract. Smart contracts can be defined as a paperless digital code that offers a set of promises or on predefined conditions that the parties have agreed to. So in simple words, the parties can set a condition that can start an action or a series of actions when met. Smart contracts can be used in real estate deals. Both the parties, buyers and sellers, can create a smart contract that can automate the deal once the buyer pays the property value to the seller. To make all these happen, the property first needs to be digitized on blockchain technology. Once done, both parties can carry their deal using the smart contracts. The simple idea is more than enough to automate tasks or the whole network, such as decentralized autonomous organizations that utilizes a set of smart contracts. However, this idea always doesn't end well. The DAO event didn't end well as the hackers stole 50 million. To curb the problem, the chain was split using a hard fork. So what are some of the benefits of using smart contract? So the key benefits of smart contract including the following. They're autonomous. So the biggest benefits of smart contracts is the automation that it offers. So in simple terms, it means that it's interruption free and no third party can make changes in the agreement and decision. It's secure. So another aspect of smart contracts that makes them amazing is their security. It's interruption free, so smart contracts are interruption free. They're built with redundancy that can't be stopped once it's started. It's trustless. The whole system is trustless. This means there's no need to trust other parties. Sound counterintuitive? Well, in simple words, it means that there's no need to trust the parties to carry out a transaction. A transaction or a trade does not require trust as its integral part. A smart contract runs on a decentralized network. This means that the whole network is trustless. Cost effective. Smart contracts make transactions more cost effective. This is done with the removal of intermediaries from the process. They're fast performance, meaning they don't have to take days to be recorded by other parties. They get recorded immediately and they're fast. They're accurate and error free. So lastly, smart contracts are error free and accurate. So let's talk about some of the use cases of smart contracts and some of these. So the first one is digital identity. So digital identity, one of the most obvious smart contract use cases is digital identity. Individual identity is one of the biggest assets for that individual. It contains reputation, data, and digital assets. The digital identity, if used right, can bring new opportunities to the person. Also, digital identity can help protect the identity from counterparties and enable them to share it with companies that he intends. For now, the internet allows you to connect to multiple services, but at the same time, unknowingly share your identity with the companies and they're associated with having your identity mapped. In this case, smart contracts can help counterparts learn about individuals without knowing their true identity or verifying transaction. This is going to be a huge part in third world countries where people don't have any kind of digital identity. The next one is high security. So financial security can really help with this. So it can be used. Another one of the useful smart contracts, real world use cases include security. With smart contracts, capitalization table management can be simplified and improved. This means that there's no intermediaries between parties, including security custodian. So it can also do cross-border payments. So we can talk about trade finance because this can be used for cross-border payments. Trade finance also can be revolutionized with the help of smart contracts. There's no doubt that it can help in international goods transfer and trade payment initiations with the use of letter of credit. So I know a lot of people who send money back home to workers who come to America and then send money back home to Mexico or other countries find that this is a great way to cross some of those borders without a lot of costs and hassle. The next one is loan repayments. So a smart contract can offer financial services. It can offer error-free services automating many different aspects. This can include mortgages and loans and many other ways that have completely frictionless means to be able to do these financial services. Financial data recording. So financial data is very important for any organization, and this is where the smart contracts come in. They provide the necessary way to data record for a more accurate and transparent financial data collection. With smart contracts, it's easy to manage the uniform recording of data across an organization, resulting in reduced auditing costs and reporting. Next, it can help with governments. Smart contracts help automate. That's where it can help governments to manage operations. One of those operations include land title recording, where government can use to do property transfers. So once a property transfer has happened, it's something that would never go back in time. And so this is where a smart contract would be a great thing to help the government to be able to do that in a unified way. Next is supply chain. Supply chain management is a great blockchain smart contract use case. By using smart contracts, the supply chain can be improved. A lot. For example, if you're used to track items with supply chain with full visibility and transparency, a business can use smart contract powered supply chain and improve its inventory tracking to a granular level. Next is insurance. Insurance has always been one of the most used cases of smart contracts. It's a known fact that most of the disputes happen in the insurance sector. For example, let's take a look at auto insurance as an example. Here, smart contracts can be used to settle the insurance as soon as possible. To do so, smart contracts need to utilize a lot of technology, including the Internet of Things, to facilitate themselves. The smart contract will facilitate the policy and make sure it has all the proper documentation, including driver report and driving records, with the use of technology. If the smart contract is set up with the right policy, documents, and ways to capture data, it can execute itself shortly after the accident. Also, smart contracts execution is only done based on the collected data, which ensures no fraud is done in the process. All right, number 9 is clinical trials. Clinical trials can also improve with smart contracts as they can improve cross-institution visibility. It can also automate the data sharing between institutions. Thanks to the automation and privacy-preserving computations it can do. This is one of the real-world examples of smart contracts. Moreover, smart contracts can also be used to automate the trials and share the information across industry. To be precise, it can help identify, authorize, and authentication of the data. Escrow. The last use case that we're going to discuss is escrow. Escrow are the process of storing values between the parties when the contract is still active. For this, the action is taken by the pair to release the funds. However, in the case of smart contract usage, it will be possible to automate the whole thing as soon as the service provider submits its work and authenticates it. The smart contract can be very useful for platforms such as Upwork or other freelancing platforms where the platform's escrow amount is held. There are many companies using smart contracts for this purpose. Next to last is trading activities. So smart contract database can be used to record information, also do digitization, it's easy for you to say, digitization of real-world assets. You can use a smart contract database to store the records and renew them and release them according to a set of parameters. All these can be done automatically. This is one of the real-world examples of smart contracts. And lastly, a mortgage system. Smart contracts can be effectively used in the mortgage system. It enables mortgages to be automated and ease both the owner and the buyer. To make all of these happen, smart contracts need to be coded according to the mortgage agreement. Once done, the smart contract can be set into motion, and each step in the process can be automatically executed. The whole process is fast, cheap, and easy. This is a real-world example of a smart contract. So lastly, in conclusion, we've talked about a lot of different examples with smart contracts today. So this can lead us to so smart contracts are essential for our economy as they provide the necessary automation for decentralized platforms. Smart contracts provide a unique way of solving problems, including escrow, clinical trials, insurance, government process, and so on. So we're going to make it even easier to be able to execute smart contracts and to be able to use these different smart contracts, as well as to continue to give us ideas on building them to make it easier to use throughout various different systems. So make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Hopefully this has been some helpful information. And as you have gone to this, Make sure that you subscribe so that you can follow us as we announce our future plans to keep going. Thanks. Have a good one.